Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams. And welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Divine says don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time. Okay, don't rush. Take your time. There might be something that you feel like you have to get done real quick. Real soon, or and it's something here about feeling like you're running out of time. For some of you, this could have to do with age. You might feel like you are inspired to do something, but you feel like you spent all your time doing something else. 111 on the timer. It's like, oh, well, I would have done it that way, or I would have done that if I had done it in my 20s, or if I were still in my 30s or 40s or whatever. But Divine is saying time's not up. So you have time to do what you need to do. Start now. Start today. It's not too late. And you don't have to rush. You just have to start. Okay. Yeah, it's not about rushing and getting it over with. And it's not about procrastinating either. Okay? You've got the time that you need. But start. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Okay. Releasing emotional weight. This is card 16. So the Tower might be relevant here. You're saying pull just a random card from this deck. Stress. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so the whole thing with time, Saturn. Feeling rushed or feeling like you're running out of time can bring stress. There's something here that is meant to be such a beautiful, light-hearted, I'm hearing light of heart and light of mind type of experience. But right now, it feels like there's so much stress. But Divine says the stress is optional. You might not feel like it's optional. You might feel like that's just how, because the stress that you're feeling, it's being caused by an illusion. Either an illusion that you've run out of time to do something, or that you don't have enough time to get something done. That is totally an illusion. The wind is coming in so strong. Something's being blown away. It's an illusion. I'm seeing like a facade, like a filter, a filter that's between your eyes and the reality, and there's like wind that's coming in and just blowing it away. So let's see what this, and then we've got exhaustion. The source. So the source energy, the universe, is helping you to rebel against this illusion of starting something too late, or not having enough time to finish, or for some of you, it might be that you feel like you're too mature to do something or to make a change. Absolutely not. You're not too old. Okay? Because whatever this is that you're meant to do, it will be completed. It will be completed. Realizing this is going to feel like letting go of a burden that has been so heavy, because that's why this is coming through. 444 on the timer. Releasing emotional weight. Okay, they're guiding me to this deck, which I did not expect to pull from right now, but Come through, Spirit. Abundant attraction. There are no limits except those that you impose. The quantum field holds infinite potential. What will you choose to create? Somebody's supposed to pick up a brush and some paints or some chalk or a canvas or an instrument. I'm hearing a guitar. Something about a Taylor guitar. A Taylor guitar. Those are nice. Somebody's supposed to pick up a candle. Okay? You might work with oils and candles and herbs. Okay? And somebody is supposed to pick up a pen. So I'm seeing a pen, somebody writing with a pen. Now, you know, that's what I'm seeing is like a fountain pen, a feather pen, a fountain pen, okay? The fancy calligraphy pen. But I'm also seeing a feather pen, okay? But that could be like where you're typing. Maybe you're writing something. Yeah, abundant attraction. Vibrational alignment. There is no need to force, chase, or struggle. The moment you raise your vibration to match what you seek, portals open, synchronicities appear, and life begins to move effortlessly in your favor. I had a piano teacher from China. Well, I had two. They were cousins. But one of them, she would say, flow like the river. And I'm just seeing her do that at the piano right now. Somebody might play the piano, but she would say, flow like the river. She would remind me to just be smooth with my playing. I didn't like playing though, so I just wanted to sing, but okay. But it's all about knowing that what you want, it also wants you. And it really is that simple. But living in this matrix, 717 on the timer, we see all of the halts, the obstacles, the hurdles, the things that are meant to keep us from aligning with what already wants us. Can you imagine? It's almost as if whatever it is that you want to create or that you're inspired to do. For some of you, you're supposed to open a storefront, okay? Whatever it is that you want here, that you desire, because this is a soul level desire, so it's meant for you. It's almost as if that thing, that book, that store, that line of products, whatever it is, it's like standing there like the most loving parents, mother and father, okay? Masculine and feminine energies, standing there, arms wide open, saying, come here, come here, come to us. We want to hug you. And you just see, like, maybe you're outside in a parking lot, you see cars and you see, you know, people walking and you're like, but I can't get there. But it's just as simple as focusing on what you want, but being aware of other things, but not letting them stop you. And deciding that that's where I'm getting to my mom and daddy. Okay? Something like that. You might have ancestors that are watching over you, a masculine and a feminine ancestor that are coming through to support you with this. But Spirit really is just like, please see it in your mind's eye. That what you want wants you. It's standing there waiting, arms wide open. 911 on the timer. This might feel like it might be creating a sense of urgency within you. Urgency without stress is okay, because that's just like, you know, inspired action. It's like, yeah, go. Woo, it's Spirit rooting you on. But when there's stress and exhaustion, that's and that is the worst time to try to create, when you're stressed and exhausted. Sometimes people like to create when they're tired, like physically sleepy, because they feel closer to the astral. I mean, I like being well rested. That's when I create best. But I've heard some people say that they like to create when they're sleepy. I mean, hey, you gotta find what works for you. And the beautiful thing is, You don't have to do so much searching when you just allow it to unfold. And whatever this is, I guarantee you, it's already there. 10:10 on the timer. It's almost as if Divine is saying, this is so super completed on the astral realm. And we're just waiting to make this like rain down on you, these blessings like manna from heaven. Are you ready? Are you ready to believe that it's there for you? And to see beyond the illusion of whatever this is that's creating separation between you and what's really meant for you. So let's see what that is. Okay, so the abundance cards look great. I wish I had pulled out that other one. Okay, I'm seeing divine discipline. So there might be something there that's standing out to me. I'm going to pull that one because it just is like, woo, divine discipline. But it was abundant attraction. Look at that. So we're going to leave those out. Okay. But I want to see what this is. Like, what's getting in the way? Because, how dare it? Sometimes it's very internal and sometimes it's someone on the outside of us, but a lot of times it's both kind of mirror each other sometimes. Sometimes if there's something very annoying on the outside of us, it's actually alerting us of something on the inside that needs to be embraced or loved or even adored, you know, celebrated, honored. Okay. I'm hearing the pieces of the puzzle are going to fit together, and look, yeah. It was the way I was shuffling this. Like, it's all coming together. What is standing between? Oh, a dark flirt. A dark flirt? Seductive with edge, mysterious, mischievous. This says mischievous but safe. I don't think this person is necessarily trying to be safe, but what that indicates to me is that this is a person who is trying to get to you with lust, but they can't because you're protected. So, okay, that makes it clear. The illusion is that there's somebody who can stop you on your path. Teasing with danger, magnetic mystery. There is somebody here who wants to tempt you. Truth or dare. Step into your truth or prove your worth. Playing games, honesty and risk, emotional exposure. There could be somebody here who feels exposed. Maybe I'm hearing spilled the truth. Okay, so spilled the truth. You know, you never really try to spill something, right? So there could be something that came out about someone and you weren't trying to like tell on them, but it came out. It came out. Somehow you may have revealed something about someone. I'm getting just by being yourself, by being your authentic self, you reveal a person's secrets. We're in minute 13, so this has brought an ending to someone. Oh, I'm hearing to their shenanigans. 1333 on the timer. So this is somebody who was trying to involve other people. They took something. Okay. 1333. This person took something that was very personal to you and put a whole bunch of other people into it. I'm hearing they rallied people against you. And then just by being you, by doing something that you're divinely called to do, being who you are divinely inspired to be. I just saw 1414 on the timer. Temperance energy. You either revealed or exposed something about this person, about what they were doing. Oh, okay. Divine says that's a big difference. You didn't expose something about this person inherently. Like that wasn't what you were trying to do. You were exposing your experience. But because this person took something that was personal to you, something that is yours, your experience in life, and dragged a whole bunch of other people into it, and put themselves on your radar. They became a part of your divine work. Whatever it is that you do, or whoever it is that you are, it's almost like they made themselves a part of the puzzle, but now they're mad. They made themselves a part of your puzzle by trying to ruin something or trying to make something their business. I'm hearing they wanted to make your business their business. And so they got involved in your world. And then when you were doing your soul's work, it just naturally, authentically exposed what happened. And now they're angry. Well, look, I don't know why I keep looking at this source card, but source is doing work here. This is a part of the divine plan, so you don't need to worry. Yeah, but this person wanted to challenge you. They wanted to challenge your truth, I'm hearing. Oh, well, then they asked for whatever they got. Oh, I'm not even sorry. Trauma dumping, unfiltered release in an excessive and inappropriate manner, oversharing unprocessed pain. That's what this person wants to do. And you know what I'm getting? Whatever it was that they did to you, beautiful being. We're in minute 16, that's the tower. Tower energy came through before as well. Because this is card 16. Oh, releasing emotional weight. So, there's somebody who tried to take you through something because they were dumping on you. They were dumping or attempting to dump their trauma on you. It's something inside themselves that they hate. It's an experience that they've been through that they hate. And they wanted to blame that on you, whatever it is that you do. And I'm getting that this really is because I'm getting, the first thing that came through was that you're feeling like there's something standing between you and what you are inspired and divinely aligned to do, what you're truly meant to do. So that's what this person perhaps wanted to stop. Maybe they wanted to stop you from doing what you're inspired to do. But the reason why they came at you with whatever energy they brought to you was because they're traumatized. And they wanted to make their trauma your problem. Because there's something about you that they allow to trigger something inside of them that makes them so uncomfortable. Now, this could be somebody who's been wanting to have a relationship with you, or maybe wanting to come back into your life with dark flirt there, okay? This person is definitely attracted to you. I do know that. Eye of the Storm. Main subject of public disagreement. Temporary period of calm or stability. Seeing clearly. Receipts. Hard evidence. So this person has been forced to face something about themselves because they feel like the evidence is stacked against them. There could be something that's come out legally against them that they can't refute. You know, that was coming through earlier to me in meditation, that a lot of people in this beautiful divine collective are extremely intuitive. So people think that's such a gift, and it is, okay? Don't ever let anybody make you think it's not a gift. But as we are in the 19th minute, okay, a lot of people have a problem with intuitive beings because they feel exposed. The Sun card, 19, exposure. And when you peep something, you sense something, you detect something, but you can't, it's before all the evidence settles in. And let's say if you tell somebody, I don't know what it is about that person, but there's just something that's off about them. People will look at you like you're crazy. Because, oh, but they're this. They're on the head of this board, and they have this car, and they have this job, and this family, and they come from this town. And I mean, it's like all the evidence seems like it's stacked against the intuitive one at that point. Because what's in the matrix seems to dispute or refute, okay, what is coming through to the intuitive one. But give it some time. Give it some time. And once all that mess, all that nonsense hits the fan and the evidence starts settling and people start realizing that you, the intuitive being, knew what you were talking about, then they see you in a different light. But by that time, they've probably done so much craziness that you don't even want to be bothered with them. You know, it's something about that here. I just basically explained a whole storyline. So if that resonates, if something about that resonates, hey, I'm grateful. But there's something about this person is now quiet. The eye of the storm. So there's like this storm all around this person. They're experiencing all kinds of trouble and problems because hard evidence, screenshots, texts, photos, facts holds the truth, has the upper hand, emotional recorder. The receipts are stacked. Oh, 21 on the timer. The receipts are stacked against this person. 21, that's the world card. So it's like I heard case closed. Case is closed. The case is closed. That was hard for me to say. So there could be something that this person is just like, no, it can't be over. It can't be over. They don't want to feel like this is over. I'm getting because this has been their whole life. They've been trauma dumping their whole life. Being after being after being after being after being. They've made their trash can. This person wanted you to be their trash can. So if it's a lover, they wanted to lie in bed and just talk about their trauma. But it's not just that. It's not just that, you know, because that can actually be kind of healing to have close, intimate moments like that. So this person may have done that though, because that came through. But like pillow talk, but it's like all about them and their trauma. It's like, it feels like toxic pillow talk. That's what it feels like. Okay. But this is where a person plays games. And they want to feel like they have the upper hand. And it's only, okay, so this person sees that either they have the upper hand or you have the upper hand. It's always got to be one or the other. It can't be like where we just hold hands and coexist. You know what the illusion is? The illusion is that you've been perhaps thinking that this person has the upper hand, but that's what this reading is coming through to let you know, that this person feels completely defeated. And you know why maybe you didn't feel that way? It was because that was never your goal, to defeat anyone. You weren't trying to defeat someone. You were just being. That keeps coming through, that you were never trying to spill the beans or spill the tea or anything like that. You were just being you. You're creating, you're being, but somehow something that you said or did exposed this person. Divine says let go of any guilt, any shame or guilt. That was even hard to come out. It's like somebody's trying to shame you. What's this about shame, Divine? Shaming the collective? Oh, complicit. Ageism. Okay, there's that age thing. Maybe that's not your energy. Maybe that's this person who feels like time is running out. Ageism, must be under 30. Okay, maybe they feel like it's time, like foreclosure, like it's too late, something's up, they've lost so much. They've done so much. Okay, so this person might feel ashamed. That's their energy coming through. But you know how it happened in this reading where it appeared as if it was your shame? Or now I'm not saying that you haven't necessarily been experiencing some of those frequencies, but it feels like somebody's trying to project that towards you, or you're picking up on it and maybe thinking that it's yours. That's a scenario as well. Or you could just be that tapped in and tuned in where you pick up on their shame and you're feeling that. This is just confirmation that this person feels very ashamed. They feel like there's something they can't move forward with because they've done too much. Like it's too late for them. Well, I mean, it might be. Spirit, what is this? What is this, Spirit? Now, I'm getting that for some of you, this person might be trying to say that you're too old to do something, or you're too, like, time's up for you or something like that. Listen, if that's what they're projecting, that is nothing more than a nasty, false projection. For you, it's a false projection because there's nothing about you that's over or too late or anything like that. But that's how this person feels. That's how this person feels. They feel like it's time is up for them. So they're trying to project that onto you to make you slow down. Oh, so this is the case of if they're succeeding, then I'm failing. That's how this person feels. Because remember, it came through that if you're winning, they feel like they're failing. They don't know how to win together. They can't, because this is how they live, threatening people, trying to harm people. This is what they've been doing. This is their way of life. This is their way of getting by. This is their way of getting things done. You are inspired. You are divinely guided, and you're here to do something very special. Remember the vision that came through with the mother and the father? That's like spirit saying, your dream is here. Come on, you know? But you're seeing like all the cars between you and I can't get to you. Yes, you can. And it's like in that vision that I have, you are literally like just yards away from each other. Like yards away from you and what it is that you're trying to manifest here. You're so close. Like you really are doing it already. You're being it. I'm hearing you're being it already. You are your dream. So maybe that's something else where you're thinking that there's something that you have to do more or be more. You already are what you need to be. But this illusion is just projections from another person. Apparently you guys had a very close experience, and maybe you didn't want it to be a close experience. Maybe you've been trying to distance the energies, but I'm hearing they're obsessed with being you, but they know that they can't be. And that is what has hit them, is that they know because of hardcore evidence, they realize that they cannot be you. It's like that moment where truth sets in. What else, Spirit? Yeah, the moon. So there are things that are hidden here. I'm getting the frequency of anxiety, like somebody feels very anxious that their time is up. And they want you to feel like your time is up. Absolutely not. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something about an opportunity that they feel is, I'm hearing effed up. I really don't want to say the F word on video anymore. I actually have an ancestor that was like, don't you be cussing. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but gotta clean up my mouth a little bit, okay? But yeah, there's an opportunity that this person wants with you so badly, but they realize that they can't get to it. They can't get to it. They want to communicate something so badly. What is this that they want to... Yeah, with the Knight of Swords. Oh, but they're in the Nine of Swords. Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, or Seven of Swords. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh. You know what this is saying? They feel completely done. Because they know that all of the words that they spewed at you, whatever they said with the Knight of Swords, and that mouth with the dark flirt, whatever it was that they said to you out of deceit, dishonesty, and lies with the Seven of Swords, they know that they are now in the Five of Pentacles and they're stuck. There's nothing that they can do about this isolation that they feel about this. Could be something with their health. And I'm hearing that they know they can't access what they want so badly. It's almost like they're in timeout. This being is in timeout. I'm hearing they're heavily in timeout, whatever that means. Heavily in timeout. You know the feeling everybody had in COVID quarantine? That's how this person feels. Like, couldn't go anywhere. And then there was anxiety because it's like, well, what's happening? Are people getting ill? Or you know, it's like so much anxiety throughout the entire collective. Like the entire collective, everybody. Okay? Everybody was wondering what's going on. Because even if you weren't anxious, it was still kind of like, what is this? We were all trying to, where is spirit taking us? You know? And so, like, some of us, like, I loved being at home. That changed my life, you know, because I wanted more time at home. So some of us just kind of let it happen, and we started to flow with it and discover ourselves on deeper levels because we were taking advantage of that quiet. Everything got so still, you know. But some people, they just were trying to stir. I can't take it. I can't be still. That's this person. They're being forced to experience a timeout. But they're not at peace with it at all because they know that it didn't come from peace. This timeout that they're in, 3131 on the timer, comes from the lies and deceit. The 7 of Swords that they've been aiming at you. What else, Spirit? The Magician and the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom and the Chariot. Ooh, and the 5 of Wands. So there's something here about you transmuting whatever it is that you experienced for a long time. Okay, and that's why you have the Chariot here. You are the Magician. And your Magician energy has been activated as a result of something that has taken a long time to get through. This 7 of Pentacles lets me know that this person has been trying to be in your energy for a very long time. But you are being encouraged to move forward with the Chariot energy, where you're like on your chariot and you're moving forward and you're not letting anybody stop you. You're not letting these facades that, oh, something is over for me. Nothing is over for you. Whether it's your age, you feel like the time has passed, the ship has sailed, absolutely not. I'm hearing you're just getting started. Also, there's something beautiful about somebody's like silver or white hair, gray hair, white hair. You know, I embrace mine, so hey. Yeah, but I see somebody with like all white hair or all silver or maybe salt and pepper hair, okay? But it's striking, it's beautiful. So the Chariot is your way of fighting with the 5 of Wands. That's your way of fighting. And that's your way of like, I see you moving through a wall. So the 5 of Wands could also represent whatever combat they've been, 3333 on the timer. This person or people that they've been working with have been trying to send your way. But your way of working through that is just the Chariot. But I'm also getting that like, the 5 of Wands is with you. Your Chariot, your focus, your drive, that is how you fight. Closing out this cycle with the World. Closing out this cycle. And 21 popped up on the, well, all the numbers pop up, but I called out 21 earlier. Okay. Knight of Cups, 3 of Wands, Lovers. Okay. So you know, the Lovers can represent a relationship within yourself. And I also saw in that vision, it was the masculine and feminine. So your masculine energies and feminine energies are like merging, or either they have recently merged or something. They're very balanced. And so this is your lover's energy. You may also have a relationship that brings divine abundance to you and inspiration. So let that, celebrate that. But it's like return to what you love. Look at this. Knight of Cups, 3 of Wands, Lovers. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let their projection stop you. Don't let them and they're heavy, emotional, traumatic. I'm hearing bondage. So this person might be trying to bind you to them, or that's what they've always done, because it's coming through that they can't do that anymore. The cycle has been closed. The World card came through. But they're frustrated because they can't do that. So if you're picking up on something, that's their thoughts. They can't bind you to anybody. Okay? The only thing you're bound to is your own energy, which is a beautiful thing, because that just means that you're whole within yourself with this lover's energy. I am getting, though, like a healthy bond. So there's bondage and then there's bonding. You might be bonding with someone. And I'm looking at my sun and moon card. So no matter your genders, there is a balance of masculine and feminine energies between you and this other being. Okay? Definitely your creative, intuitive self is being activated here. And see, you got such beautiful cards with the abundant attraction. Like, there's really nothing stopping you, beautiful being. There's nothing stopping you that's actually real. Okay? I see it as a facade. I see it as an illusion. I see it as a projection from somebody's thoughts, because they're always thinking. Also, you know, quarantine came through. Like, this person is constantly thinking about this. So I'm hearing misery loves company. They want you in the same boat. No, you're in a chariot. Now, boats are cool, but you're not in that boat. You are in your chariot. Where's the chariot? You're in your chariot. Look, and this chariot is just, you're flying. Hey, even better. You're flying, you're soaring. I'm getting that this person sees that. And so whatever it is that they're thinking it very loudly, like within themselves, like their thoughts feel loud to themselves. And it's almost like they can't handle it. We know that that happened with quarantine, where a lot of people were just like fighting with themselves because they were forced to sit down. They were forced to stop their busyness, and they had no more distractions. This person's distraction was the evil work they were doing against you. And they have been sat down by the divine. They can't do it anymore. Or if they try 37 on the timer, 10 and 10, it's over. If they try to do it, it's not effective. Maybe that's why the Magician came through, because you're alchemizing everything. They see that you just keep alchemizing. Look, they're sad because you're the Magician over a long period of time. They see a long history of beautiful magic coming from you. Well, Divine is just reminding you, beautiful being, that your energy is your own. And if you have empathic gifts, empathic abilities, just remember that you pick up on other people's feelings, emotions, frustrations, but it doesn't belong to you. So you can be aware of it, but identify it and recognize it as not being yours. Okay? That's theirs. And this is a person who likes to live like that anyway. They love dumping their trauma on others. I'm hearing they love to have human trash cans, which is really sad, because I feel like that could be a whole other something. I could go down a whole other rabbit hole. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but this person might really use other beings in a very despicable manner. I'm not going down that path, but what's so beautiful is that you refused to be that. You refused to allow this person to dump anything on you. And maybe they tried it, but they weren't able to succeed. Thank you, Spirit. What is coming through for this beautiful being? Yes, your confidence. Your confidence is being reawakened, because I feel like you're a very confident being, but you know, they be trying. These energies be trying. Acceptance, walking through the door. That's right. You're in your chariot, going through the door, going through over the bridge, whatever it is, however you see it in your mind's eye. But you're going through something because you're accepting your path, and you're realizing and recognizing and honoring the fact that it is indeed your path. Okay? Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? Now wrap it up. Growth. Growth is a journey. Trust each step. Trust yourself, beautiful being. You are on such a beautiful path. Ashe, Ashe. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, beautiful being, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Spirit, I'm grateful for these messages that came through, and I'm glad that you took time to tune in. I hope that this message, this reading was helpful to you in some way, whether it brought clarity or insight or just some good vibes. I love you, and I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.